Welcome friends to the first video of my new channel Defense Tech News. In this first video, I will talk about India's acquisition of 114 Rafale fighter jets that are creating quite a buzz in the defense sector. I will talk about what could be there in the deal and what is its significance for India in the current geopolitical scenario. But let's start with a brief background. Indian Air Force has sanctioned a size of 42 squadron of fighter jets, each squadron having 18 fighter jets. It was sanctioned way back in 1963, that means more than 60 years back. When our adversary China is fast-tracking induction of their fifth-generation fighter J-20 into their air force and our all-weather enemy Pakistan is begging China for fifth-generation J-35, this 42 squadrons sanctioned in 1963 itself may not be adequate. However, Indian Air Force unfortunately does not even operate that sanctioned 42 squadron. After retiring of their aging fleet of MiG-21 and MiG-27, Indian Air Force currently has only 30 to 31 squadrons of fighter jets that comprises of both modern and legacy-era fighter jets. Indian Air Force currently operates 36 Rafale, 260 to 270 Sukhoi 30 Mki and 40 Tejas Mk1 that are modern-era fighter jets. So overall, they operates only 19 to 20 squadron of modern-era fighter jets. Their other jets consists of around 50 Mirage 2000, around 60 MiG-29 and at about 110 Jaguars. And all of these are legacy-era fighter jets, which Indian Air Force still keeps flying with making time-to-time upgrades to these fighter jets. These legacy aircrafts, in spite of their upgrades, are fast approaching their retirement. In fact, India probably is the only country in the world that still operates Jaguar fighter jets. This clearly tells the urgency to acquire modern-era fighter jets for Indian Air Force. There is 2 decades of history or delay in India's acquisition of new-era fighter jets for their Air Force. This history or delay itself deserves a separate video, which I will make in the near future. In the current initiative named MRFA or multirole fighter aircraft of India to acquire new-era fighter jets for their Air Force, there were several contenders besides Rafale. European Union offered their Eurofighter, Sweden offered their Saab Gripen, Boeing of USA offered their FA-18 Super Hornet, Lockheed Martin of USA offered their F-21, which is upgraded version of their F-16, and Russia offered MiG-35 and Sukhoi 35. However, India Air Force chose Rafale over all of these. There is a clear thinking behind the decision of Air Force. Indian Air Force already operates 36 fully loaded Rafale. Rafale has excellent air-to-air and air-to-ground combat and mission capabilities, and those have been demonstrated during Operation Sindoor. In addition, Indian Navy has also ordered Rafale Marine. With Rafale comes their advanced weapon systems like Meteor, Scalp, Hammer. Also, France in last 2 decades or more has been proven as reliable defense partner and delivered Scorpion submarines, Rafale on time and already in talks with Indian DRDO to jointly produce aircraft engine for India's 5th-generation fighter jet program with full transfer of technology. Now let's take a look into what could be part of this deal. This is not officially announced or confirmed by either Indian or French government. This is combination of assumption and speculation that are already in the public domain. Out of the 114 Rafale that India is planning to buy from France, 90 would be of F4 variant, which later would be upgraded to F5 variant. Rest of the 24 Rafale would be of F5 variant. 36 Rafale F3 variant that Indian Air Force currently operates could be upgraded to F4 variant and maybe even to F5 variant as part of this deal. Along with 114 Rafales, India will also acquire more missiles like Meteor, Scalp, Hammer as part of this deal. India nowadays are more and more relying on indigenous weapons. So, as part of this deal, India made air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles like Astra Mk1, Mk2, Mk3, BrahMos, Next Gen, Rudram could be integrated with Rafale. A large part of these Rafales would be made in India under Government of India's Make in India program. It is to be seen to what extent this indigenous manufacturing happens. Dassault, who manufactures Rafale, already has partnership with Tata Advanced System Limited to manufacture components of Rafale in India. There could be more such partnerships between Dassault and Indian manufacturers. Technology transfer is a big point of discussion between India and France and Dassault in this deal. It is assumed that India is going to get advanced technology like whole or part of source code of electronic warfare radar India may get from France and Dassault. Supply of spare parts, support and maintenance always becomes part of such deal, and it will be part of this deal also. Total cost of this deal is estimated to be at 3.25 lakh crore, that is roughly 36 billion USD. What strategic impact this induction could make? India is dealing with two adversaries, Pakistan and China, for decades, and that will not change in several decades in future also. Rafale's proven air-to-air and air-to-ground capabilities will definitely help India to build necessary deterrence against China and Pakistan. This will also build greater synergy between Indian Air Force and Indian Navy, as Indian Navy has also ordered 26 Rafale Marine. Then, this will significantly help in filling the gap Air Force currently has in the operating fleet compared to their sanction strength. India also have two mid to long-term plan of upgrading their entire fighter jet fleet to 4.5 plus generation or above, and also increase the sanctioned squadron size of Indian Air Force from current 42 to 50 or more. This acquisition will help to address both with support from other initiatives, Sukhoi Upgrade, Tejas Mk1A, Mk2, AMCA. This entire deal will also help India to build aircraft manufacturing ecosystem in India. As I mentioned earlier, there is no official announcement about the deal by either India or France government. It's anticipated that during next AI summit in India during Feb, France President Macron will visit India. An official announcement of the deal for acquisition of 114 Rafale fighter jet could be made. If that happens, I will create a follow-up video on this. Till then, keep watching my channel.